So let's get rolling. Again, I'm cardiologist Dr. Jack Wolfson. We go live every Wednesday at noon Eastern, and I am currently in Costa Rica. I encourage you all to move to Costa Rica or similar, and you're going to get the best health information available. So Hobie, sorry you're going to be taken off. Melissa saying there's no sound again. Lost sound again. Nancy Fortunatato. Anybody else hearing me? Maybe I just don't have a good enough connection for sound. I don't really know. Teresa says she can hear, and other people say they can hear. So what can I tell you? All right, let's get rolling. Here's my origin story. I'll do question at the end, and we'll go from there. Okay, I apologize if there's not good audio. I am in Costa Rica on the beach. You all need to be here if you want to live your best heart health and wellness. I understand I'm very fortunate that I have built this situation where I can be down here on the beach. I want my sun, I want my face in the natural light. Get outside in the natural light. No matter where you live, get outside in the light. It's very important. Your eyeballs, your face, your skin, as much as your solar panel to show. What does the solar panel do? Number one, it resets circadian rhythms. So now you get sun during the day, you make melatonin, you can go to sleep at night. Everything works perfectly according to the plan. God's plan built us perfectly. Circadian rhythm, circadian biology, understand that, and you will do very well. You can go deep science at a quantum level, or you can understand just kind of the basic, everything is outside in the natural light, and so should you. So when you get outside, you're exposing your skin to the sun. Of course, you make vitamin D. Of course, you make melatonin. Of course, you make nitric oxide. Opens up blood vessels, better blood pressure, better circulation. Everything improves. Vitamin D goes up. Cholesterol levels naturally go down, and that's all good. Okay. I want to give you an origin story, and I want to tell you, in telling you this, I want you to learn more about me, but I also want you to understand how if I can change, anybody can change. So here we go. I was born the son of a cardiologist. I was in my mother's womb, and I'm listening to stories from my father is telling them. I'm in my mother's womb, and I'm listening to the stories. And in listening to those stories, I understand that there is, again, I'm hearing these things as I become a baby and as I become a young child. All I wanted to do was be just like my father. I wanted to be just like my father. And I would do that. I would go through 4 years of medical school, 3 years of internal medicine, 3 years of cardiology training, and then I would become a cardiologist. And my dad was a tremendous mentor all along the way. But towards the end, he started to become sick. He became depressed at first. And like any good family, we took him to a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist listened. They didn't know what the matter was, what the depression was from. And they put him on some psych medications, and the psych medications didn't work. And then they tried him on different psychiatric pharmaceutical prescription medications that didn't work. And then we noticed he started having troubles with chewing and swallowing and walking. And he was then labeled by a neurologist with Parkinsonism. It wasn't classic Parkinson's because he didn't have what's called cogwheel rigidity. He didn't shuffle his gait, but something was very similar. Now, this was a change because this was a brilliant man. This was a man who knew how to live life. His work and his motto was work hard and party hard, and he did that. Everyone loved this man. He was never depressed, never like that at all. So we were baffled. And then this Parkinson's-like diagnosis led to the treatment or the trial of Parkinsonian medications, and they didn't work. Now, reminding all of you that as this was happening to him, my career, I just moved out to Arizona from Chicago, and life was wonderful. Making, helping a lot of people, working in the hospitals. Yes, making a lot of money in a mainstream cardiology practice. So as my life and career has really taken off, his is not. And my mom has no clue what's the matter with him. My brother and sister, again, all of his friends. It was just so strange. And we really just didn't have a good handle, certainly, as to what was happening. So finally, we take him to the Mayo Clinic. And at the Mayo Clinic, they label him, because the medical doctors are really good with labels. High blood pressure is a label. High cholesterol is a label. Coronary artery disease is a label. Heart attack and stroke are labels. But those labels don't tell us about root cause. So I'm going to get to the root cause of all illness in just a couple of minutes here. So the Mayo Clinic says we have no idea why my father is sick. We have no treatment for him, and he will be dead within 3 years. And that's exactly what happened. They had no treatment for him. They had no causation for him, and he would die within 3 years. And again, they didn't have any clue why. And then I would be introduced to a young woman who knew exactly why my father was sick and dying. It's a root cause. And this young woman is a doctor of chiropractic, DC, or as she says, DC, doctor of cause. And she told me exactly why my father was sick and dying. And this is the root cause of everything, people. Maybe we can summarize it as too much bad stuff, not enough good stuff. Write that down, people. Too much bad stuff, not enough good stuff. Type that into your phone. Send a text to yourself. Send an email to yourself. Too much bad stuff, not enough good stuff. That's what causes all disease, all sickness. Too much bad, not enough good. Or we can also say it's violations of eat well, live well, think well. Eat well, live well, think well. So we want to flip the script. We want to eat well, we want to live well, and we want to think well. Now, I was learning all this stuff pretty quickly when I met this young woman. And yes, she would become my wife. And yes, we have 4 beautiful children. And yes, we just moved to Costa Rica. Why did I make all these changes as a young cardiologist? Because I don't want to die. I don't want what happened to my father to happen to me or similar. I don't want it to happen to anybody. That's why we talk about eat well, live well, think well. And then, yes, we test, don't guess. Yes, we use evidence-based supplements. Yes, we do biohacking strategies. And the more we do of all of it, the more good stuff we get, the less bad stuff. That's the survival strategy. It's not a matter of do statin drugs work or not. It's not a matter of do blood pressure drugs work or not. It's not a matter of whether stents or bypass surgery works or not, or chemotherapy works or not, or aspirin works or not. It's a matter of they don't address root cause. Do you understand that? If you don't address the root cause, you cannot be healthy. You and whoever you love cannot be healthy. You have to work on root cause. And the problem with the prescription medications, the problem with the stents and the bypasses is that they don't treat the root cause. They give you a false sense of security. They give you side effects, but ultimately they do not give you the truth. And we're here to give you the truth on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on our email list, on our 100-Year Heart Challenge going on right now. What we talk about here every Wednesday at noon Eastern. Ask us questions. Join the Facebook group, the 100-Year Heart Community. Maybe, Lauren, maybe you can add that link to the 100-Year Heart Community here. People can easily click on that. And despite the tech issues sometimes that I have, sometimes it runs super smoothly. This is the Health and Wellness Information Channel. That's my brand. That's my company. I'm here to sell health and wellness. That's what I'm selling. I used to sell prescription medications and dangerous procedures. Now I sell health and wellness from a cardiac standpoint, from a brain standpoint, after what my father suffered, anti-cancer standpoint. And the good news is this is the health revolution. This is what everybody's talking about. It's what everyone's talking about, real health and wellness. God bless the men and women in the and who work in emergency rooms and trauma centers, emergency surgeries. They're necessary. But when it comes to the prevention, treatment, and reversal of chronic illness, that's what we do. That's what we do. So I'll answer these questions in here, Teresa. All right, so fast forward. So my father would die. I would marry the young chiropractor. I would leave the big cardiology group in 2012 and start Natural Heart Doctor. I did not leave the medical matrix several years after learning the truth. It took me some time. Everybody's on this journey. I tried to make changes inside the group, but ultimately they would not allow that. Ultimately, the big group would not allow me to make those changes. But I would start Natural Heart Doctor in 2012. I would write my Amazon best-selling book in 2015 called The Paleo Cardiologist. And then most recently, we moved here to Costa Rica. The office is in Scottsdale, but we all work virtually. I will be taking Zoom consultations from the beach area in Costa Rica. I appreciate you all here. Too much bad stuff, not enough good stuff. So think about the eat well, live well, think well in your life. Get more seafood. Get more free-range grass-fed meats. Get more eggs and raw dairy and coconuts and avocados. Get organic food into your diet. Sometimes I talk about oatmeal. It's not about oatmeal. It's about there's better things to eat than oatmeal. You can eat oatmeal, organic oatmeal, but why would you eat oatmeal when you can eat eggs, when you can eat salmon, when you can eat raw cacao? I did a video this morning that our social media director, Lauren Edwards, will post. She just saw that where I got the cacao pod that eventually becomes chocolate. And I open it up and it's this fresh, soft, chewy cacao. So good, so medicinal. It's just not going to work with the prescription medications, people. So yes, I want to work with you. My team wants to work with you to get you off the pharmaceuticals. However we can do that. Okay, so let's go through some of these questions here. Gail Fritzler, if you're still here, would you recommend a statin with a coronary artery calcium score? No, I would not. I don't recommend statin drugs to anyone. I don't prescribe statin drugs. Gail, I recommend root cause. And coronary artery calcification is old news. We want to know advanced markers, inflammation, oxidative stress, intracellular vitamin K, toxin panels. Gail Fritzler, 4073. That's what we do. We go after root cause. Learn that here. If you want to work with us, if you want to test with us, let's do real testing now, and then we change up based on the results, and then we retest. Coronary artery calcification testing, I never order it. Not shaming you, I'm not judging you. You did it. I would definitely say don't do it again. Okay, Pruny 2283, familial hyperlipidemia, already had bypass surgery, had to stop the statins, lipids are super high. So Pruny, I'm not the vegan cardiologist. I'm the paleo cardiologist, hunter-gatherer foods. But remember, it's seafood, it's sleep, it's sunshine, it's physical activity, it's happiness, it's test, don't guess, it's evidence-based supplements. So Pruny, in your story, in your question, I would definitely tell you work with us. I think that's the best strategy. I know it sounds self-serving and I could care less. Work with someone who knows what they're doing, and that's what myself, Dr. Rudin, Latanza, Rainier, Baird on our team does. So work with us, please. All right. So Melissa is talking about LP little a. Melissa, read my blogs on LP little a. Cannot take niacin. Again, LP little a, it's not even necessarily so much about lowering the number down. It's mitigating the fact that it leads to hypercoagulability. I recommend all things eat well, live well, think well, test, don't guess. Another strategy you may want to do when it comes to supplements are natural fibrinolytics. That's Flow, F-L-O-W, and that is Arterosil, A-R-T-E-R-O-S-I-L. JP7, hello from Portugal. Great to see you. Does beef tallow clog your arteries? No, it does not. When you're doing quality stuff, no, it doesn't. What clogs your arteries are violations of eat well, live well, think well. It is not from beef tallow. Not from beef tallow. Terry Berry 420. My husband is high LDL, good HDL. Worried about eating eggs. Oh, first of all, worry is bad. So worry is bad. Embrace the delicious food. Embrace the pasture-raised eggs, the high-quality butter. Just these are the foods our ancestors have been eating. Just trust our ancestral diet. Trust the foods that God gave us in an unprocessed form. That's the strategy. JP7, I will be not meeting with patients live in Costa Rica, although it's possible. And you can email us to see if we can arrange something like that. But in general, I work by Zoom. That's the way that I do it. Okay. Rafting kayaker. I'm recently retired DC, living in California. Do you advise? I love Costa Rica so far. We've been down here several times. A lot of expats here. A lot of great ticos here. Best route to avoid varicose veins, DVT. Again, eat well, live well, think well. Get more good stuff, less bad stuff. That's the way. Straining, poor liver issues. The way that we even take a poop. We used to squat. Now we just sit on the toilet. We strain. That leads to varicosities. That leads to DVT. Everything we do is going to be helpful. Get natural light on the legs. That is a good natural strategy as well. Time-release niacin is what you're looking for, Christina. Judy Lagerstrom, ApoB. The best thing, we're not trying to decrease the production of ApoB. We want to improve the clearance of ApoB. And that's where Optilipid comes in, a good healthy liver, lots of LDL receptors. And that's how Optilipid works. It increases the LDL receptors on the liver, pull them out of circulation. And that's going to be our strategy over there. Is the cholesterol issue a number? The high cholesterol is likely associated with a problem, very high levels above 260. And what we want to do is, though, statin drugs are not the answer. Prescription medications are not the answer. We want to find out why our cholesterol is high. And there's many reasons why cholesterol is high. And we fix those reasons. That's what we do. And that's what we talk about in Natural Heart Doctor. So Terry Berry, my father died at 63. He had a heart attack. I feel like you shouldn't go to the cardiologist. They're worthless. You should work with us. Do a virtual consultation with one of our doctors, Terry Berry, please. Rose Bays, boyfriend has been so concerned about the beef tallow and pasture eggs and butter. Listen, you can trust Mother Nature or not. You can trust natural stuff or not. I don't know what else to tell you. Check out in nature how other animals behave towards eggs, unless they're goats or whatever. But every other, a chicken loves to eat eggs, a dog loves to eat eggs, a cat, tiger, anything like that, any kind of similar, species, if you will, to us. That's all I can tell you. Cardiologist says vascular dementia. My mother was given this diagnosis. So here's what happens: is that there's different forms of dementia. And what they find is that when there's a lot of white matter and gray matter disease based on MRI, that it's coming from the blood vessels, poor circulation, microcirculation, leads to essentially infarcted, dying tissue. So what do we do to improve that? Eat well, live well, think well. Get all the right food, live the lifestyle, think the right thoughts, test, don't guess, evidence-based supplements, biohacking strategies. Melissa, niacin can raise blood sugar, may raise enzymes a little bit. Time-release niacin, 500 milligrams with dinner. I don't see it that often, so I don't know why that's happening to you. So, Rose Bays, he's been a nervous wreck. Just trust your God-given body. Or if we evolutionary got here, God brought us here, whatever it is, we're perfect. Give it what it needs, take away what it doesn't. That's the strategy. Trust, belief. Yes, we live in a totally toxic, polluted world. Yes, we need to reduce those levels of toxins for sure. Okay. Arthritis, rheumatoid, naltrexone. I personally would like to avoid things without using naltrexone. I don't think low dose naltrexone is the worst thing, but there's still root cause. I would be looking at toxins that are leading to leaky gut that stimulate your immune system. You don't have a problem with a low dose naltrexone deficiency. There's reasons for it. We help you find all that. Cod liver oil. So I promised you early on about a supplement you may want to take. I like naturalheartdoctor.com/kickstart. I take it every single day. Why? Because it's the best organ supplement in the world. It's got elk, liver, heart, kidney from the best animal, ethically field harvested. no chemical bathing, and it's encapsulated, bottled after freeze drying, and it's the best product in the world. There's no better food in a capsule than that. Robert Carr, do you find a root cause you can get off blood thinners? I'm not telling you to stop pharmaceuticals, my friend, but typically after 6 months on an elective stent, 12 months on a myocardial infarction stent, yes, you can stop the anticoagulants. They will still recommend aspirin. I don't, to the people who I work with. I've got great blogs looking at that. But, again, root cause means you get off blood thinners when the stent has started to heal. Wanda White, I do believe eating eggs is safe every day. Just the nutritional value in eggs, the vitamins, minerals, proteins, fats, and yes, cholesterol inside there. Choline helps to build new membranes. Choline is for your brain. Choline is for all of your cells. And choline is part of the neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. So you have good neurotransmission, good electrical parts of the body. That's it. naturalheartdoctor.com/kickstart. My team put the shop.com link into there as well. Marcia, we are using optolipid flow in arterial. How should we incorporate EMU? Listen, I'm not here to spend your money for you. I'm not your accountant. You're going to decide what's best for you. But I will tell you that those fundamental things, Kickstart, EMU, wild salmon roe, great foundational foods. Foods is medicine. And then on top of that, if you want to add in optolipid, you want to add in flow and arterial, those are great next level things for natural blood thinners. Of course, optolipid does so many different things. The EMU does everything, does a lot of different benefits. The flow reverses plaque, natural blood thinner. Arterial, natural blood thinner, reverses plaque according to the literature. Rafting kayak, atorvastatin, off-label for my prostate cancer. Again, your prostate cancer is because of violations of eat well, live well, think well. Prostate cancer is from inflammation. It's not from a statin drug deficiency. And our statins are not proven to lower your risk of dying from prostate cancer or lowering your prostate cancer. It's this much of a difference, if anything. What we want to do is figure out why you've developed prostate cancer. It's because your prostate is inflamed because of violations of eat well, live well, think well. So fix those things. And it's really, and that's the ultimate survival strategy. And when you fix those things, everything improves. Parkinson's-like symptoms other than a good diet. Well, number one, Parkinson's food, seafood, like our wild salmon roe. Number two, Kickstart My Heart. Number three, EMU oil. I recommend testing for toxins. We know people with the highest levels of plastics, phthalates, parabens, pesticides, they have the highest risk of Parkinson's. So we want to remove all those, rebuild the gut microbiome. Sunshine lowers Parkinson's. Sleep lowers Parkinson's. But, move down to Costa Rica. I moved here because I don't want to die like my father did. In your opinion, can low testosterone in men affect lipid levels? Yes, because what happens is that we're missing the conversion. We want to take all that cholesterol and convert it into things like vitamin D, into things like testosterone. So we want to have good, healthy amounts of cholesterol that we convert into that area. Scarab Warrior, I'm the best natural cardiologist, and I'm definitely the most natural. I'm the guy who's wearing organic cotton, living in Costa Rica. That's who I am. I'm not perfect. I'm always striving to get better. I'm pretty darn close to perfect compared to most people, that's for sure. But there are strategies, and I'm working on those. I'm trying to do better with those. Eating wild sardines right now while getting some truth bombs. I love it. And down here in Costa Rica, wild tuna, wild sardines, wild mackerel. That's what I want to eat, people. That's what I'm here for. I want to be around for my children. I want to live a long life for my children. I want to be around. My father died at 63. I'm 55. And the first 35 years of my life, I was eating poison. Living in Chicago, living in mold. So people, I want to help you. JP7, you live in Portugal, dude. Or I don't know if you're a man or woman, but mackerel's my favorite. Mackerella is so good, so high in omega-3 fatty acids. Just such a blessing to be able to eat that. All right, guys, I went on. Okay, JP7, sweet. Come down here and let's party up in Costa Rica. Look forward to meeting you, my friend. Does Costa Rica ship salmon and other foods to the U.S.? Well, there's no salmon here. So salmon, you got to go to, you got to get it from, so we brought down a bunch of our supplements, our wild salmon roe and capsules. You're not going to find that down here in Costa Rica. You'll find other fatty fish, but not that. You got to be in the States to get high quality over there. And that's great. When I'm back in the States, I'll eat plenty of wild salmon down here, wild salmon roe down here. And, again, so you can get tons of different fatty fish wherever you're at. You can get sardines in cans, ideally in glass is best. But always keep working on root cause, people. I'm going to go enjoy some time with my family down at the beach. I'm going to take off my shirt. I'm going to eat slow. We just got here, so I'm going to slowly ease into the sun. And I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate your support at Natural Heart Doctor. We got the 100-Year Heart Challenge going on. Lots of great supplements. I'm going to tell you right now, people, do you understand this? Kickstart My Heart is the single best supplement in the world, along with wild salmon roe. Those are the two best supplements in the entire world. Call it a sales pitch. Call it me take whatever shots at me. I could care less, people. I could really care less. I know I'm living my truth. I know I'm offering the best supplements available. I know that they're expensive. I'm not saying you have to do it this way. I'm saying if you want to take supplements, you get rid of your multivitamin, you get rid of your CoQ10, you get rid of your B complex, and you start eating and living and thinking like nature intended. Marcia, throw out your multivitamin. It's Kickstart. And we're not going to try and compare, how much vitamin E is in Kickstart versus my multi. I'm not trying to compare nature's perfect food, God's perfect food, to a lab-made vitamin. I'm not interested in those comparisons. That data is from the United States government, the USDA providing the RDA, the recommended daily allowance. It's bogus. It's lies. It's ignorance. What's real is eating unvaccinated, field harvested elk, liver, heart, kidney, wild salmon roe. If you eat salmon, great. If you eat fish, great. But you're eating the muscle from the fish. The wild salmon roe has it all the vitamins, all the minerals, all the proteins, all the fats. Melissa, emu oil blows away fish oil. Blows it away. It's very unprocessed. Marsha, I'm glad you did the consult, with the team. I'm so happy you found us as well. Ellie Novelli, great to see you. Quit statins. Awesome. See the doctor on the 9th for 3 months testing. Listen, again, you asked the same doctor. If the doctor recommended you to go on statins, then it sounds like my dogs. They're not my dogs. Our dogs are not here. If the same doctor who recommended statins, they're going to recommend it to you. That's their plan. They don't have another plan. They just have the statin plan. We have the plan for you. JP7, email me. Email the office, health@naturalheartdoctor.com, so you give me your contact info and we can touch base over there. So, anywho, everybody have a wonderful Wednesday. I'll see you every Wednesday. Like us, follow us, share us over here at Natural Heart Doctor. Work with us. Let us help you stay on track it's not about lowering your numbers. It's not about preventing heart attacks or strokes. It's about you living your best life for as long as you can. Get that? It's about you living your best life, accomplishing all of your hopes and dreams for as long as you can. Maybe it's traveling around the world like JP with his wife. Maybe it's dancing at your granddaughter's wedding. Maybe it's surfing when you're 85, or skiing on a mountain when you're 88, or stand-up paddleboarding, or writing the great novel. Whatever your dream is, that's what it's about. It's not about numbers. It's about, if we fix those numbers, do we live our best life? And we're going to get there without the pharmaceuticals. Simple as that. Love you all. We'll see you next time.